Greetings. Welcome to what is almost certainly the final Fable 2 stream. We did finish the main story last time, and we're just going to be wrapping up the rest of the optional stuff, or at least the stuff I can be bothered with today in this relatively short one. Welcome, welcome to the first stream as the Fabled affiliate status. Not counting Sea of Thieves. Bongo Cat's gonna wave for Lily because she just appeared and she likes Bongo Cat. Ah yes, that's a good opportunity to test this. You'll have to let me know if you can actually hear it. I'm gonna press the button.
No! 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 No!
Okay, good. I'll do my best not to spam that in inane amounts.
No!
Okay, I'm done. Right, I did forget that I still haven't done the rest of the archaeologist stuff, so we're going to start with that. How do we still have 9 quests? I mean, most of them are already finished, they just don't disappear. Right, so when I booted the game, we got like 250,000 gold from our rent during our downtime, so that's enough to buy the castle, and we can now afford it. But we are in the middle of the archaeologist, so let's start with that. So, right, yeah, this was Wraithmarsh. Let's go straight there. I have no idea where it is, so we're going to start from... Where are we going to start from? The Drowned Farm, I guess. Indeed, that is a great idea. I'll have to find me some more. I just did search for that one on YouTube because it was the first one that came to mind. But the video on there that only had the no was cut off a little too early, so I found the whole clip and then extracted the audio and then cut it myself, and then it sounds a little better. I should make it obnoxiously loud though, like even louder. That would be hilarious, except for when it wouldn't be. Where's the dog? Like, actually, where's the dog, though? Because I didn't see it before either when I started the game. I actually haven't seen my dog yet. It's like, follow your dog. And I'm like, okay, cool, where's the dog? And before it does the bug where it thinks I haven't actually revived the dog. There you are. And apparently injured. That dog definitely wasn't there 2 seconds ago. I insist. There we go. Take me to the thing. Or just jump into the water and then stay there. That works too, I guess. I do hope this one isn't, like, right at the opposite end. I think it's not too far from here, though. I'm pretty sure I picked the right end. We don't want to be fighting through tons of stuff now that we're already completely maxed out and stuff. How many times can I say stuff? And stuff. Also, Lily thought it was Friday before, and it was really awkward when I had to say it was only Wednesday. Happens surprisingly often, but she's normally only 1 day off, not 2. It's very sad. Agreed, pretty much. You can just make out the words, "This is not a dream," written on it. Well, let's take this back. Because we used to have a thing where we only order stuff like, you know, takeaway and food and whatnot on Fridays. And then we stopped doing that due to the, you know, the COVID shenanigans, and then we started ordering stuff a little more often to make things easier. So now the Friday Association makes her think that it's like Friday when we order stuff, even if it's not. I think there was one time when it was actually a Monday and she thought it was Friday, and that was like the most painful thing ever, like in the entire universe. Indeed, I bet that feels good on a Sunday night though, where you're like, huh, laughing at all of us Monday plebs. Excuse me, I don't want to talk to you. I know what you said. There you go. Trying to make me talk to the god.
Another outbreak
Not
of
you.
chaos in
Wonderful.
need of a clean-up.
And before this bugs. Like holding a, like, accepted both at once or something. Wouldn't be the
We've
first time.
been having problems with
Nope.
a particularly vicious band
I have
of
another perilous
outlaws.
task for you.
Sort them out, would you?
Here is what I have on the items so far.
Why would a quest giver be allowed to stand there? Oh, he actually did as well. I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely called it. I pressed A when it clearly said to give her the artifact and to take another one, and now he's giving me the execution warrant.
Don't let archaeology down.
Your reward will be here.
Is it even going to let me open the right one with the hotkey now?
Awaiting when
Bloodstone
you're
then.
done.
So I shouldn't have to open that. Let's just go there now. Before things break even more and I forget. The waterfront is probably fine.
Whoa.
Thanks, Fable. Less than 5 minutes in and we have a bug. In fact, I think that very same bug is one that can cause a game breaker somewhere else. I can't remember where exactly, though. This isn't 2008 to 10 where I played this game, like, 10 times in a row. Okay, well, we got the right place.
Ready for the time of your life.
Please stand by.
Oh yes, I forgot I haven't done these guys yet either. I need to find and kill the rest of the groups of these so that we can kill whoever keeps sending them. We already have the first two. Welcome, Magallian. Hope you're still good. And yes, what kind of fries? That is a critical detail.
We are not worthy.
What on earth is he talking about? The musical notation for a long-forgotten ballad. That doesn't sound very interesting. Oh great, they're in Bowerstone Market.
Wow.
In before they just randomly kill my family, because, you know, that would be a thing. Then again, if somebody other than me kills them, at least I don't have to give money away, or get evil. That could work out in my favour. Not that I'm suggesting that it would be good if they kill my family, obviously. This is the first I'm hearing of the waffle scale, but I like it. Oh yes, now the guard's gone. Now that he doesn't have anything to annoyingly give me. Oh wait, no, he's right there.
Appreciate your help.
I'm dumb. Or
Very
blind.
good. You've done a great service for anthropology and all that.
What's it like being so rich? Hello, chosen ones.
I wonder how many in a row we're going to have to do this
another
time.
archaeological adventure for you if you're interested.
Give thing.
This is what my latest research indicates would be a good target.
A superstar in front of me.
Buried in ground sacred to heroes. Could that be the Heroes Guild, I wonder? I'm going to go with the Heroes Guild. Oh wait, is that its own area? It is. How far back are we gonna have to go, doggo? Faster. They didn't last long. Oh, hi, Nightbot. I always forget you're a thing these days. I really need to plug in my other hard drive and get my source code off it. And my buzzing sound for my BRB transition. Complicated set of symbols adorns the margins. Apparently there's also a dig spot here I missed. Mustn't have had high enough diggy at the time. This doggo here also seems to approve most things, honestly. Right, that was fine. I'm totally gonna forget to do something. I'm gonna be like just about to end this stream and like get ready on the close button, and then I'll remember something I haven't done yet. How many more of these are there? Oh, there's even more guards here.
Ah, yes.
Don't you want to,
Very thin.
you know, go out there and get them?
The fact that this is a quest guard as well means that he doesn't even get his volume reduced when she's trying to talk to me.
Sit down at.
It's very dumb.
Are you here for more exciting trips into the unknown past? I have unearthed some details that should guide you.
The final artifact, finally. One can see the ocean through its walls. That's probably Reva's place, right? Oh, that reminds me, I have to buy his house now too. Maybe we can kill two birds here. We shouldn't kill two birds, by the way, it's really bad. But I can't use the nice version because we don't pronounce scone as scone over here, so it doesn't work. It's already for sale. Does that mean he becomes my doorman? How much? That's fine. Wow, that's not even that expensive. Reva's note. You have usurped my home. Well done. This guy sure has a way with words. You can enjoy the anecdotal tales I have recorded upon magical paper and left scattered in objects around the house, until I return to kill you and take back what is rightfully mine. Vindictively yours. Reva. He's obviously not aware that you already took his last one weapon in your last playthrough of Lightning Returns. But before we care about all of those, let's see if I'm right about this place. Yeah, it fits right in. Impossible to notice. Success, apparently. Except there's enemies in here. That didn't take him long. Oh, hi. Shall we move on? Yes? Yes. Just had to aim to see if one of them was still alive somewhere. Turns out Doc was just taking forever. I also learned yesterday something about this game that I did not know before, or at least that I'd forgotten about and never seen before, which only occurs if you have multiple spouses, which I normally don't do in this game. It turns out there is a quest where somebody finds out that you have two, even if you don't let them meet. And then that quest can appear at random, where somebody blackmails you, and then you either have to pay them gold, or kill them, or they will tell everyone, basically. It's interesting. As usual, there are multiple ways to deal with it. Ah, we're here. Nice. Now just think of the number 42. Okay. Original content, do not steal. Well, glad these are over. Finally. Oh,
We
it's
have this
taken me the
place
long way.
under
Okay.
control. Excellent!
Didn't even say anything that time.
Yes, at last. I was right. I've done it.
With this final piece of the secret code, I can finally open the door.
Are you a sim now?
Who knows what ancient perils lie inside? I'm sure it would represent little challenge for someone like you, though. Do this last small task for me, and I'll reward you handsomely.
Find the ancient treasure. Okay. That I can do. Didn't say anything about not keeping it, though. Oh, hi. Well, they were hard. The Archon's Dream, which just so happens to look just like an amethyst. I believe we have all three of those now, assuming Chesty's heart is one of them. I mean, I've sold them, but hey. How much is this one worth? It is worth 100,000 and is 500% poshness. That's a lot of poshness.
You have it. The Archon's dream. It was thought lost forever. I have dedicated my whole life to its study. May I please have it now? In exchange for a very generous sum of gold, of course. I would never have found it without you.
Fine, you can have it. I'm pretty sure she pays you much less than its value, but
Please,
the alternative
I
is to kill her
must have
and keep it. Fine, take.
I've dreamt of this moment since childhood. The mythic Archon's dream. Thank you for all your help. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm going to write a lengthy academic paper about the whole experience.
And I am not going to read it because you annoy me. Big fat reward, you say? Let's see how much it is. I think it's like 50k. Yeah, so she pays me half price. It could be worse, to be fair. So I'm losing out on 50k, but she gets to live, and I get to continue being good. And I just ate some flaccid celery or something. The channel point options were the first things that came to mind. They are definitely still up in the air, but they seemed reasonable. At the very least, I'll probably end up changing the value of them. But after a quick look around, they seem decent-ish. So basically, I have to stream more Sea of Thieves now.
I can't be...
I am glad you approve, though. That's reassuring. She can just go away at this point. We're nearly done. Okay, so... there is an area of Westcliff we have not yet explored, and it's long overdue, so let's do that.
believe I'm talking to someone...
Our final gargoyle should be around here. Or second to final.
The stalls are now opening!
I guess I need to buy all these too, but honestly, I have enough money right now.
Stalls now opening for
Can't be bothered, TM.
I'm a sweet little boy.
That is pretty neat. I haven't checked out any of the alternate versions yet. I'm just running into all the people right now while not even looking at the game. Okay, so this is a shortcut we opened when we fixed up this area. Now we should be able to explore down below. I don't know if we can do it from here, per se. I think we can just jump down from the top here. Just would have been a bad idea the first time while we had that woman and hammer with us. Okay, yeah, this is where we haven't been yet. I think we're just looking for like 1 or 2 dive spots and then a small cave. Oh hi, did that dog just jump off from the bridge where I'm not allowed to jump from? That is cheating. I think this leads back up, which means I don't want it. Guess I have to check. Anything even up here? Doesn't look like it. That's just the way out then. Back down we go. I like how it just arbitrarily decides whether you have to hold it or whether it just dumps you out. The interesting thing about the cave down here is that I think it's like the only cave in the game that doesn't actually serve any purpose other than like housing a gargoyle. Like some of the other caves, the first time you can go there, they're pointless, but then there's always something to come back for later, like a quest or one of those archaeologist items or something. But I think this one is literally just a filler cave, which I guess makes sense. Nothing wrong with 1 or 2 of those. Does Does this also lead back up? Nope, this is a chest, which apparently needs its own cave. That is very likely that something was planned, considering how much they had to rush this game towards the end. Like, the end game section, like the entire end game quest is like blink and you miss it, sort of thing. Probably should have just done all this the first time we were here. Can we go up here? No, didn't think so. It's like a Sea of Thieves level of incline there that's way too steep to get up. All 20 degrees of it. Aha. That means we now have 50 out of supposedly 50, but actually 51. Oh, did I just run out of battery? Maybe. I may have to go grab some more if it does that again. Fable 3, I have tested the first few minutes of gameplay. I haven't tested it with the stream configuration, but it should just be a case of setting it back to 1080 and then it should be fine. So basically, yes. As long as the version I have isn't gonna crash and be terrible, at least. Like, obviously I could use the 360 version for the sake of convenience and save transfer, but since it is available on PC, like, I'm obviously not gonna go 360 and suffer the low res, low frame rate, etc., slow loading, all that stuff. Here we are, old tin mine. As opposed to old tin yours, or new some other metal that's not tin yours. You know, just oppose all the words for no reason. And apparently this deserves to be a fast travel point. He's not too interested in fighting right now.
No! No! No!
I'll just spam all the no's. It's fine. I know I shouldn't press it more than once per pun, but it's going to take some getting used to. The novelty hasn't worn off yet of having a no button, so yeah.
Grit! A nice rich chicken ready for the fluffin'.
The novelty. But no, though. Look at that smooth, streamlined mid-combat no. Yes, there's treasure around. There's also enemies. I know. Oh, hi. More stuff we don't need. Don't think we can go in there. That should be it for here. Just check the other side. Dead end.
Camel.
apparently this entire section of the cave was just to find one of these things. I always thought there was a gargoyle or a silver key in here, but apparently there is neither. So we found... Wait, we didn't find another gargoyle yet, did we? How many are we even on? I forget. What am I doing? If I remember correctly, we're missing a silver key in Oakfield, which we should probably go and get. Let's just do that now. And then we should have 51 out of 50 silver keys. Start from Rookridge Road, because I have no idea where this one is. It's probably in one of the areas that changes between leaving for the Spire and coming back again. Probably a changed area that I forgot to check. So I'll have a look around the outskirts. Yeah, at this point in time, I'm probably not going to bother with the remaining demon doors, but I might change my mind, we'll see. It's a lot of effort for not very much reward at this point. Especially when it's like a 5-second look it up on YouTube job for anyone who's interested. Let's check over here again now, I guess. It's probably just in a house that I've bought, but then never checked inside. I'm expecting the dog to stay near me and then bark if it's nearby. It better do.
Hello, I'm a little princess.
I wonder what made you think that you can come into my house. Just go, alright?
Fine, if you're gonna be so rude. Very, very rude. Please move. And what is this we have here? Nice. I like it. Very much so. You should check that link out as well, Lily, if you get a sec. Now I'm gonna need a yes button too. Like a Captain Falcon yes or something. Well, I guess it's time to start checking every house. I definitely got the one in the house at the start, because that's the one I remembered. And I thought there might have been one hiding around the back on some beach somewhere. But apparently not. It's time to invade people's homes.
Now open! The stalls are now opening!
Whoa, that lag. No raging at me, please. I do not have them handy, but it should be easy enough to acquire them after the stream. Or if you like, I can just hold the pause down for a second while you take a screenshot, if that's sufficient. Alright, I'll do that then. guessing you also don't need them individually. Oh, here's a house I haven't bought. Let me guess. The silver key's in here. House of Sock. How did I miss this section? Well, it's not in here, but there's probably another house I haven't bought if I missed this one. Yep. Porridge Cottage. One of these has got to have the key. I refuse to accept otherwise. There we go. Right, that's all 51 out of 50 silver keys. And that's an embarrassing oversight. And I think we're at 49 gargoyles, but we can find out just by getting the last one that I know the location of. So it's time to go and buy Castle Fairfax. House of Sock. It's a perfectly normal name. Give. 1 million gold. Health bonus, health regeneration, animal magnetism. You own 2.5 million gold pieces worth of property. The Queen and King titles are now available from Old Town Criers. As the owner of Castle Fairfax, you have earned the right to be called Mayor. This title is now free from Old Town Criers. I wish I could rent this place out. Well. Quest time.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to Castle Fairfax. I trust it will prove satisfactory to your requirements. The dining chamber and your new study are located to the left of the main hall. To the right, you will find the tower and the royal suite. If I may be so bold, I highly recommend a brief repose in the regal bed. It is said to do wonders for one's well-being.
I'm not sure throwing it away is quite the same as renting it out for cash monies. But you're right, I should enjoy it first, and then give it away after I've ruined it. Here is the throne room in which the DLC See the Future thingamabob took place. Here is a silver key chest. A 50er. And it's money that no one is ever going to need after having just bought Castle Fairfax. We can take our time and look around properly. Let's start with the left-hand side. Are there not things in here? I thought there were things in here. I thought incorrectly. Oh, never mind. It's just being random. I never got a second Book of Mergo's trading thingamabob, did I? That's awkward.
Tell me this, how does a rubbish shooter like you stay alive? You must be a right jammy bugger.
I think he's below me. Yeah. Who are these randoms? Do you work here?
I heard something about the worst marksman of all time.
Okay, you can disappear now. Why is that text still on the top of the screen? I don't care. Oh, great. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna have to go find him again now to make this go away. How about you? Great, stuff isn't going away now. Fantastic.
I do hope this is delightful.
Just what I wanted. Well,
Your
that didn't work either.
reputation is-
I can tell by your glazed over eyes you can't shoot.
Okay, finally. Thank you. This seems like a good place for a gargoyle.
So, you want some shooting tips, do you? Try keeping your eyes open, you dark git.
Aha, now we have every silver key and every gargoyle. We should go and redeem that momentarily. We should also get stuck on every pillar in the room. Maybe we'll just go and get that now, because we can. Otherwise, we all know I'm going to forget. What this? Drains health from your opponent and transfers it to you. I don't know how I managed to pronounce all of those words wrong. But you got the idea. And now the path is complete. Which means it's time for the ultimate prize. Which is, of course, a rotten apple.
How'd you like that apple?
Just kidding. They think I am dumb, but I am not. Or at least not blind. That's quite the gargoyle. Finally, an actual good weapon, a nice legendary ranged. Fire damage on enemies, drain life, blah blah blah. Let's compare the stats. So it has 3 augment slots, it does way more damage. It reloads faster, same ammo capacity, 15 less range, whatever we're using it. Sounds neat, and it looks fancy. Well. Back to the castle. Let's not keep Mr. Butler Man waiting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody find the rotten apple and then think that's the only reward, but it would be really funny if it did happen. I'm really good at sentences. Guess the wish from the beginning came true after all, even though it's only due to my hard-earned cash. Yes, you do indeed. Not that I've ever bothered to do it personally, but I have seen it. Because I knew I was never going to go around and get all of them, because... Really? 900? I'm good. I think I stopped at, like, about half. I have no idea which one of these two staircases leads to the bedroom, so I'm just going to try them both. Obviously, I want to sleep in the bed last after checking everything else out. I did really enjoy the game to the point where I wanted to do lots of exploration. If I ever finish my Wii U emulator playthrough with the Link mod and all the fancy graphics settings, I might consider it, because it is very, very, very satisfying to play at a high frame rate in 1440p. Ah yes, this is where we were at the very beginning with Rose, and this is where Garth came past before we knew of his significance. There's the spire, because we always have to stop and look at the spire. Guess this is my study now. Except there's, like, nothing here. But there we go. That's a nostalgia room, clearly. Why are there randoms in my castle? Go away. I did not give you authorization to exist in my presence. That is a wild idea. Lol. But yes, I do have my second playthrough in progress on the emulator this time. But I'm playing it so sporadically that I always forget what I've done and all the rest of it. It's hard to, like, stay into it, I guess, is what I'm saying. I am owed a book of Mergo. What's his face? It needs to gimme. Sleep in the regal bed. What an objective. Hey, look, actual quality findings in the furniture. This has never happened before. Just casually finding diamonds and all sorts of gold. Except it belongs to me anyway. Well. If it's telling me to sleep, I sleep. You're healthier than normal, your health meter will automatically replenish, people now found you more attractive. Those are some pretty good bonuses.
Those who have slept in the regal bed have commended its remarkable powers of recuperation. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, sir, but the castle appears to be under attack. It would seem that the intruders entered the property via a secret passage in the library.
Of course they did.
Might as well cut your own.
Oh, and you're already in the bedroom, nice. Apparently the castle doesn't come with security anymore. Most distressing, indeed. I should fire you at once. I can literally get the king title now, and he just lets people come into my bedroom. That's perfectly fine. That's a bit overkill. There should be a way to make Doggo attack them before they're downed. That would be good.
Don't shoot! No!
yes, but also no.
Why? That was some hit.
Haha. Oh yes, I forgot that using the targeted time control makes your weapons more powerful for a while. Shows how much I use the targeted version. How about this new crossbow?
Dog away! Jump out of the way!
That's pretty good.
It's so
Oh, hi.
nice of you to say go for me. It's so
That's a lot of people to let into the castle. Just saying. Do you mind? Why are you still alive?
And this is how it ends. You got some skill? I'll give
Nice
it
counter.
back.
Maybe I should deliberately try to counter some more. What if we counter this guy?
Too late. What?
Never mind. It's way too, like, laggy and unresponsive.
Well done, sir. Most impressive.
I know.
If I may be so bold, I would venture to suggest that this was their point of entry. Perhaps it would be wise to investigate this matter further. As for me, I regretfully announce the end of my brief tenure at your service.
No!
My predecessor neglected to inform me of the highly hazardous nature of the post, and I am of a somewhat nervous disposition, as you have no doubt noticed. Good day, sir.
What a useless man. Must I do everything? So this is how we get into that tomb that we could enter from the exit side, from the cemetery, and then not go anywhere.
never been all of us.
Come on. Nope. Hanging back as I'm charging up a flourish. Dig, please. Thank you. Well, now I need to find a replacement. This is a rather pointless gate. I'm guessing that's where they supposedly entered from. Wait. That's full of enemies. Well, sucks to be you. They didn't think this one through, did they? And same again here. Let's all hide behind the locked door. That's rude. I was about to be like, what is? And then I noticed the spelling. And then I was like, no. Well, time to pull these switches to open the those gates, and then get attacked by lots of enemies at once. Oh no, except, oh wait. Guess the first one opens all of the places, and then the second one opens the main thing. However, everyone's already dead. Give. Give. All of the stuff. That's unremarkable. I'm following. Please don't get stuck. Yes. Go. Go. Dog, go. Where are you going? Are you for real right now? I suppose you can have a praise. It's been a while. I don't even know if the dog is religious, but he can have some praise anyway. By this dog acts like your dog, do you mean he tries his best, but is actually rather useless? Or is he not quite that bad? Sounds like we're under attack. Looks like we're under attack. It's been a long time since I had a dog or a cat. I wouldn't mind having another one. But first we have to get this new house in order and whatnot. This chest thought it could hide from me. It's very interesting. Unlike its contents. Come on. I already know where it's going to be. It's going to be in the corner over here. And you're going to take another hour to get over here. Swims over, immediately goes back. Get in there. Like how I'm telling the dog where the dig spot is at this point. That sounds like a good idea. I suppose I can give the dog a treat, maybe it'll make him behave. one on the other side too? Oh, it's here. Good. You actually found one. In a reasonable amount of time. And then this random flit switch thing here. But no switch to go with it. That appears to be a dead end. Tries to melee the obviously ranged switch. Oh, it's timed. Well, let's open the stuff first then. How old is Nori again? I feel like you've told me before. Right, yeah, that is pretty old. Feels now too. Is that one really there just to make my spell auto-target instead of attacking the right thing? Really? Ah, yes. Speed challenges, very good. With super clunky controls. Ah, oh boy, here we go. Is everybody ready for this?
Congratulations on acquiring this fine potion of highly surprising transformation.
Drinking the potion will alter your gender forever, but if you leave without drinking it, the potion will evaporate as you exit the tomb. You must choose now. Well, the only reason I can think of is because even when they do limit it to this one time, it already has the potential to cause like 1 billion bugs, and I'm guessing that would increase even more if you could do it whenever. For example, if you drink this now, if I drink this now but my wife is straight rather than bisexual, that immediately causes major problems, for a start. And it also saves immediately upon drinking because it counts as quest complete, which means there is no going back. You also can't tell what you're going to look like or decide any of that stuff. So generally speaking, it's not recommended. Plus the bottle is shaped like an obvious you-know-what. But yes, changing the gender causes many, many, many bugs with people, so I wouldn't. Potion of transmogrification. Of course. Of course, it's a thing. Almost accidentally pressed use there. Be very, very careful. I shall check as soon as I leave this cave. And there we go. Potion acquired and lost. There is actually a way to manipulate the game into letting you take it out the dungeon. But, again, that's probably going to cause even more problems. That looks awesome. Totally going to use that. You've defeated Lucian, saved the world, and now you own a castle. You have done it all. Wait, you did drink the potion, right? Huh, no. This is actually annoying now because the sex change souvenir is basically the potion bottle, regardless of whether it's empty or not. So now if I do the trophy expression around anyone, because that's my most recent trophy, they'll show that one, and people actually don't like that one because it has a high rudeness association, because, you know, it's shaped like a penis. So, yeah, I'll have to, like, manually pick different trophies if I ever needed to show them again. So we have every gargoyle, we have every silver key, I'm pretty sure we've opened all the silver key chests, we finished the gargoyle quest. We own most of the properties. Oh yes, I accidentally accepted a job for a bounty hunter. I guess we should finish that real quick. Before they go and tear up the market and ruin its economy and kill my wife. And then we need to go back to Reaver's mansion and look around for his magic pages of doom. We need to listen to Lucian's diary. Technically we need to open the demon doors, but I'm skipping that one. And technically we need to buy the rest of the buildings in Westcliff and Bloodstone. But I'm skipping those for now too. And we're also missing one of 3 Theodore bears from the Colosseum. Which, due to needing a very specific score, I also don't care about right now.
Don't just stand there getting hit.
As if they even need me, the sheriff's just beating them up anyway. Look, these are like tiny bandits. Now he's going to tell me off having my sword out. Yeah, they were pathetic.
The shops are now opening. Shops now open to the public.
Like how I only did this because the guy wouldn't get out the way. Oh yeah, you can have this old rifle too.
You're my favorite customer.
Yeah, enjoy.
Come back if you have anything else to
I
sell.
even managed to sell that for more than I bought it for right back at the beginning when I got it, so that was neat. I say the beginning, obviously it wasn't actually the beginning. Oh, it's you.
Tough hunt? Well, here comes the best part. Payment.
Thanks for the, like, however much it is, 1,000. Yeah.
Okay. Yay!
Yes, that's the expression of one confused / unwilling / you what mate doggo. Looks somewhat similar to my in-game one also. Like, you expect me to do this before receiving treats. Okay, that garbage is out the way. Family is still acceptable. Realistically, I could move them into the castle now, but, you know, I'm not going to do that. I can live in the castle and they can have the little house in the market. Yes, so I need one more teddy from here. I don't care about that. That's done. That I haven't finished yet. I'm going to need to get a better weapon if I want to do that. But I have most of the prizes there. That's done, that's done. So let's go to Reva's place and look for his things. I say Reva's place, it's mine now. Let's see, is this rented out? I think I have to temporarily evict the tenant so that it doesn't count as stealing. Mine now. I really don't need to be using these skill potions, I could just sell them instead, but who cares at this point? Like, I can get infinite money just by standing here and doing absolutely nothing now that I own so much property. Wow, the door almost got me stuck. Interesting book. That is some Nightbot spam right there. Actually, I've just noticed on my stream, Nightbot has the moderator and verified badges, but on your stream, Nightbot has the moderator and bot badges. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Can we please get a Mergo book? Like, I'm pretty sure I never went back to get that last thing right. Okay, we'll collect them all, and then we'll listen to them in order, because that makes more sense, obviously. But we have waffles and cats here, though. What was that? Nightbot's not allowed a founder badge. He doesn't count, he's just here to do a job, rather than to enjoy the stream.
The stalls are now opening!
Right, there's 1 to 3.
Stalls now open!
This is a remarkably similar layout to the Bowerstone Cemetery mansion. 4. And move, yes. Steal his money. 5, there we go. So we can listen to these, then sell them, as we do. Oh, there's a chest here too. Guess I could have got this the first time I was here. Unless one of the doors up here was locked. Whatever, wasn't good anyway. Right, but first I'm going to be right back for a second while I hydrate. And I'm going to use this opportunity to check out the play ad button just to see if it works, although I don't think anybody here will see it because I have ads disabled for subs and whatnot, so that's also fine. Right, be right back. I have returned. Glad to hear it worked. Thanks for letting me know. Right, let's find somewhere quiet where randos won't constantly be appearing, and then we'll listen to these. This is probably fine. People shouldn't even be able to get in here because I have a doorman, but I don't even know if he, like, does his job. Here we go. Of course, these are in a completely random, dodgy order. Why wouldn't they be?
This is my first night back since the renovations. And I must say that chap from Rookridge has done a splendid job. Small miracle, considering he had recently lost 3 toes and 2 family members. But what was I to do? He wouldn't be persuaded to abandon the construction of some worthless temple to aid me in my time of crisis. And his predecessor had simply the worst taste in furnishings. I was generous to let him live as long as I did. Now that awful scent of burnt wood and flesh has dissipated, perhaps I shall throw a party. Ursula and Penelope will be my guests of honor. Shame Andrew crumbled to ashes in the fire. What a sweet young fellow, but such a heavy sleeper.
Absolutely.
It's good to be home after these 3 last months at sea. My ship barely made it to port under the weight of such spoils, and then only after we disposed of those less valuable. It was a pity to see my new brides sink into the ocean, but their sizable attributes rendered them unfeasibly heavy, and I'd already tossed all non-essential crew members into the ever-undulating arms of the Kraken. I believe my most cherished memory from this voyage has to be the discovery of an island far to the south of Albion, among waters of indescribable blue. There, men and women consort in ways even I found slightly objectionable. They have little need for clothing under that gentle sun, and their fondness for a syrupy liqueur made from an obscenely shaped fruit made it almost too easy to plunder their possessions. I might have stayed there forever had it not been for the monkey incident.
A place we may or may not see in Fable 3. Wink, wink.
I am filled with a wonderful weariness tonight. My bedroom is far too crowded to get a good night's sleep, and I'm too indolent to eject any of my lovely guests. Instead, I thought I would sit in my study, sipping a restorative beverage and enjoying my own company. It reminds me of my very first evening in this house. My bedfellows were fewer and less charming then, but I had little energy left anyway. It isn't every day that one murders a pirate king and takes his place. Oh, I had the vigor of youth back then. Real youth. How many must I have killed on my way to this very room? I shall never forget the look on the brigand's face, one so ill-suited to royalty of any kind. How he came to such a position, being so slow on the draw, is a perfect mystery. I feel somewhat reinvigorated now, and I hear stirrings upstairs. Perhaps the night isn't quite over yet.
Definitely a very nice man.
I received an unusual visitor today, an adventurer who'd toddled in through Wraithmarsh, losing neither life, limb, nor sanity on the way. This alone would have been sufficient to mark him as a unique individual, but once I'd learned he'd escaped from the demented grip of none other than Lord Lucian, I knew I had quite a catch in my hands. I've sent an emissary to speak with Lucian and come to a lucrative arrangement. Since the time of the tribute is nearing, I can already feel the wrinkles begin to form on my face. I sent the poor sod to the Shadow Court to keep him busy. I'm sure the old loon in the spire won't mind if I post him back slightly decrepit. Should make it easier to keep him locked up. I think I'll celebrate my good fortune by commissioning a new portrait. I've heard of a chap with some sort of magical apparatus that renders almost lifelike results. I believe his name is Barnum. I shall have him brought to me today.
Ah yes, photograph man who he shot dead immediately upon learning that it was going to take a few months to develop the photo. As you do.
I awoke from the nightmare again. One would think that more than 200 years would suffice to blunt its steel. But still I see Oakvale devoured by shadows. Still those shrieks fill the air. How much longer must I live before they fall silent? Such dreams belong to another time, to another man, one who would recoil from the things I've done since that night, who might even care about all the sacrifices I've offered up to the odious judges over how long? Hundreds of years. I see that man as he was back then, as beautiful as me, as fiery as me, but so delicate, so breakable, and so afraid of death. I see him summon the Shadow Court into this world, oblivious to the consequences. He asks them for immunity for the disease of time and death, and they grant it. Then I see him running madly through fields, the realization of just what price he has unwittingly paid hanging like a tragedy mask from his face. He falls to his knees before the town he called home, now a dark circus of screams. Hers is among them, but he can do nothing to stop it. What a weak, despicable man he is. But I am not he. I am Reaver. And I will sleep much better after this chalice of wine.
Well, well, well. That sure does remind me of Doggo the Fable Doggo. Let me guess, the dig spot was in neither of those places and it was in like the next room over or something. And that was just the dog trying to find the door. Right, we still haven't listened to Lucian's pages, maybe we should try that. I don't think these are as long as Reaver's, I certainly hope not because there's like 20 of them, but let's try a couple and find out.
Tonight, I look down on the mobs crowding the bar-stone streets and feel a dark, bitter envy. I covet their comfort, their vibrancy, their life. Fairfax Castle is silent. My dear Helena, my cherished Amelia, I miss you both terribly.
Okay, these are pretty short. That's good. I wish I could just listen to them all in a row.
There's no more certain cure for pain than anger, and I'm filled with enough of that to bring the world to a smouldering halt, that people would accept death and despair as part of life, as fate, is beyond my comprehension. I find myself wanting to shout into their ignorant faces, to shake them out of their complacency, for surely they are insane. This world and every living thing in it must surely be insane.
Okay, I've already forgotten which page that was, but I think it was number 2, right? It would be nice if they were in order, but hey.
I resumed my research today. I can read for an hour at a stretch before that dark cloud descends upon my mind once more. The moments of clarity I have must suffice, I think. Perhaps in these papers I can find something that will ease my suffering, and even that of others. Perhaps.
Indeed. And now they're all in like reverse order, which means I have to scroll way more than I should have to.
I am no longer alone in my research. Garth is from the western reaches of Samarkand, and his work far outstrips my own. He shows a remarkable facility with Old Kingdom artifacts. Today I have watched in wonder as lights, delicately spun like cobwebs, shimmered in solid stone. Remarkable.
I think that was page 4. Sorry about that. That was page 4? I only ask because I don't know if you can interrupt one after you've started it, but, you know, whatever.
I have discovered that by the end of their reign,
this is probably
the
fine.
Archons of the Old Kingdom faced their own mortality with anger. They came to reject the inevitability of death. That we share at least this philosophy is some comfort. They made great efforts to change their world, great efforts. When I mentioned this to Garth, he grew silent. I wonder at this.
I do like his voice actor.
I found it! Images of the tattered spire are now burned into my mind. It is the sun looked upon for too long, the a melody that echoes ceaselessly. I found it! The key to a new world! I pray that I have the will to do what I must.
I have forgotten which page it was again. Was that 6 or 7?
Garth finally capitulated. Together we took a frigate to the site and sent down drag lines. We circled the area for a week, growing more irritable with each day. Then today, our lines hit stone. It is there. It is deep, unfathomably deep, and yet the task is not impossible. It must not be.
I feel like they probably could have halved the number of pages and doubled the amount of dialogue for each. Wait, where's page 8? This order, though.
There is no alternative. Enforced labor is the only way the spire can be completed within my lifetime. Garth shares my apprehension at this prospect, but I believe he shares my determination as well. Sometimes conventional notions of morality must be subverted, suspended, no matter how difficult that may be. Morality is a fine thing, but taken to its logical extreme, it can hold us back from true greatness. Perhaps Westcliff is the answer to the enforcement dilemma. Crucible winners must be of particularly sturdy stock, ideal recruits, physically. As for issues of obedience, I believe I may have found an answer to any dissatisfaction that might develop once they're here. I cannot allow anything to compromise the spire's construction. Blood seems to be the key. In particular, those whose lineage can be traced back to the ancient line. But where do I find such folk? Can their ancestry be determined with the naked eye? It strikes me that I've not made sufficient note of Garth's peculiarities before now. I shall inquire.
Rip. I think that was number 10.
I feel an unexpected joy at being so far out from the mainland. Here I can imagine that no other ties bind me to this world. No past, no pain, just the great task before me. Now the base is almost complete. Our ships will have a harbor at least. Sadly today saw the first of our workers fall. This was not unexpected. We must continue regardless.
That was number 11, right? I literally forget every single time, no matter what.
Each month, it becomes harder to imagine a return to mundane duties. The spire whispers to me, still faint, but already somehow familiar and comforting. As I lay a hand upon walls that are only now beginning to take shape, I can almost feel the heartbeat of those that came before us. Today, the peace was interrupted briefly by a minor uprising. I had no choice but to deal with it harshly. I do not begrudge the men who stood against me. They do not understand, but they will learn in time.
Almost time for him to totally lose it.
Garth informs me that 4 workers leapt to their death this morning. It is regrettable. And yet I must remain focused. The work is what matters. In fact, I wonder if we should not be less discriminating when it comes to the recruitment of labor. Our progress seems less a function of their efforts and their skill than of their sheer weight in numbers. I shall forgo the use of collars on these men. I believe more traditional forms of discipline will be just as efficient.
Okay. I hope people aren't asleep yet.
Helena and Amelia still visit me whenever I close my eyes. But last night, my dreams were unlike any that have haunted me before. I saw a blind, hooded woman and other figures, shadowed and gaunt. But sunrise has already stripped us of any meaning it may have held. Is this all my new abilities have to offer? Cryptic visions and prophetic riddles? I'd sooner enjoy a full night of rest.
$16 next, right? I am trying to not duplicate these.
One question has consumed me of late. If the spire and its component parts react to will, would not small slivers of the spire within a man grant him heroic powers? I had prepared an experiment to test this arresting theory, only for Garth's interruption to ruin it. He's becoming a greater impediment the further we progress, yet I have no thought of removing him. Once indispensable for his intellect alone, he is now crucial to this great project in ways he may not even suspect. I hope he does not. My life and my purpose lie far beyond Albion's shores now. I shall not stay long in the castle that bears my name. My facility with the technology of the ancients increases exponentially. And today I learned of 2 promising candidates right here within the city. Could it be that 2 of the titans I seek are right under my nose? They're only children, but... my dear Amelia.
Wrong page. Apparently that's the last page. I thought there was more than that. Am I missing one here? Apparently that's it. I thought there was 20, but there are 17. Well. That gives us a little more insight into events leading up to the game, I suppose. Now I need to go find a town crier. Rude.
Once.
No.
Pass the time with my...
There you are.
Oh, I'm glad to have you back.
I would like king,
If you'd like,
because that's obviously what I am now.
Enjoy.
You not going to ring your bell?
Yippee!
Okay, but I am called king now, right?
You? Always a pleasure to serve you.
Been working like a dog myself lately.
Ah.
He seems like he's kind of stuck in the wall.
Choose your I realise I left my trousers up.
Right now, I haven't finished the assassin attacks yet. I believe that's the last
Not my best
quest
day.
to complete, other than the constantly ongoing ones. So let's go and try and get attacked by a few more assassins until we get the rest of the sketch fragments. I believe there's an attack at the Brightwood side of Westcliff.
Isn't he adorable?
And then both ends of Brightwood. If we do those, that should be enough, I think. Hopefully I am correct in this. No, you are Hobbs. Ah yes, here we go. But also some Balverines. It took them a while to catch up to me.
There's a price on your head. We're here to collect.
Third sketch fragment. Evidently some kind of map. Now let's try and get attacked on the Brightwood side. I think if we go to the Bower Lake Road and the West Cliff Road in Brightwood, that should be enough for us to get the last fragments we're missing. And then we'll know where to go. I mean, I already know where to go, but obviously the people don't spawn until you find out. Because video game. That's all the bandits. Well, they all immediately died. Wait, how did I end up here? Oh, right. I'm just being dumb. That's how. West Cliff Road. This is where I thought I was. Apparently I didn't pay any attention. I forgot that Bloodstone had a furniture shop. Bloodstone's economy is trash, though. Right, I believe there's some assassins around here somewhere. These aren't them, though. Yes, that's obviously the direction I wanted to aim. Look at you still finding new things. Another pie that I'm never going to eat. Maybe someday I should just do a playthrough where I do eat all the pies. There we go. Completed sketch, nice. Detailing the location of the Assassin's Guild. No member should carry more than one piece of this map at any time, by order of Darius Singh. We now are aware of the existence of the quest. Let us take it. Go to the Highwaymen's Guild in Brightwood. It's an area we've already discovered and explored, so we just need to go there and kill people. Maybe we can kill the Helmarok King while we're here.
The quarry and
I like how I immediately interrupted him, and now he's trying to run away from me and failing. Seems he's invincible now, though. I'll have to let him go and kill these. I also seem to have broken the music again, so that's nice. It's not a fun frame rate.
Take cover, quick! Oh, you're gonna wish you hadn't done that.
Are you alive? Why are you still highlighted? Ow.
Right in the gut. Nice shot. We're getting our asses whipped.
You sure are. Nope. Okay then. Suit yourself. As for you. Indeed, that is what Fable aims.
Many of my men, but we are a large order.
That is what Fable aims to achieve by the endgame. Although this one less so than one. As if we didn't see that one coming. Yes, this hero isn't as super OP by the end as the Fable 1 hero, but that's kind of intentional because, you know, the Heroes Guild still exists in Fable 1. Whereas Will is very dwindling here.
No one enters the Highwayman's Turn and survives.
Except I've already been here before. Also, he just died. Nice. And we got Lucian's contract, so now that trophy is in our default slot instead of the stupid cock and balls potion. In fact, Lily wasn't here for that, but I'm pretty sure she has seen it in her playthrough, unless we didn't do that, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I've already been here, haven't I? There's no point in waiting for a dig spot. Okay, so we haven't won the top prize for the shooting range, but we've won like 3rd to 6th. And obviously we're not doing evil jobs. So other than buying the remaining property and opening the last 3 demon doors, one of which requires evil, so it's essentially a no-go, I believe we're pretty much done here. What I will do is go to Bowerstone Market one more time and see what books they have. It would be nice to be able to get the last thing from the shop on Knothole Island, which I don't think I have got yet. As for you, Lily, what time are we at? Right.
Stalls will close
My
until
boyfriend gave me the prettiest gift.
your strategies.
I should really get one for him now.
Wait for shop opening time, rip all of those good bonuses.
Need a distraction from your problems? I have a cure.
Let's not get stuck on the door frame.
I can't remember my face.
However clunky you think this might look, it's even worse, trust me. Well, this isn't even open yet. The guy better not be drunk.
Shops now open to the public. The shops are now opening.
Great. Now if my guy could hurry up and arrive. Oh, the dog's injured, okay. Let's go ahead and heal you, and pretend we noticed immediately. Let's try a trophy.
Excellent.
You must be a hero. That's an incredible trophy.
And he's still not here. So lazy. Shop's meant to open at 9. It's 9:40, and he's still not here.
Yay!
Wait, is it you? It is you, isn't it? Get to work. I forgot like the original owner went to Wraithmarsh and then never returned. So now I just need to wait for her to actually get in the building. Looks like she's trying and failing. There you are. Okay, you on duty now. On the clock. Yes.
Amazing.
Great.
It's an honor to serve you.
Well, that's unfortunate. We can finally get rid of all of this trash, though.
Thank you.
Casually sells the letter from Rose.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Be sure to bring more things. Be sure to. Thank you. I think I can sell that on again. Dad! Welcome home. Did you fight any monsters this
I
time?
guess I'll give the kid a thumbs up rather than just completely ignoring.
I was reading about a woman called Lady Grey.
Appreciate
She
you.
wasn't very nice.
Well, we're never going to be able to get out of here, are we?
Don't go without me, Dad.
Can say I like that a lot.
Nobody asked you. That was rather rude of me.
Titles for sale. Title going to break the record for number of customers.
You are, mate.
I'm happy to serve. Come. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Come back if you have anything up. I hope I can make a profit on that.
Well, let's get rid of all these stupid notifications. Which, of course, appear one at a time, because why wouldn't they?
I am the most powerful magician in Albion.
Right. Other than attempting to get the third bear in the Colosseum, which is really annoying, and buying the rest of the property and doing the demon doors, we are done here.
Oh, I thought you'd never come back. I missed you.
No wonder they talk about you wherever you go.
Well, she sure enjoyed that one.
I like living in our house, don't you?
I have a castle now, but I'm not telling you.
So much stuff. Thank you.
And with that, we're coming up to 2 hours, shorter than the last few streams, but the game is now complete. Which means next time we'll either do some kind of intermediary game, or just make a start on Fable 3. That remains to be seen. So I'm going to call it there, I think. As always, thanks for joining and watching, and I will see you for the next game. Goodbye.